I would normally have a camera right here that I would be showing you and telling you all about, but the latest camera that I bought, I sold. I sold my Fujifilm X-T3. I know, unbelievable, right? Let me tell you why. When I first got my Fujifilm X-T3, I'd already got a loaner from Fujifilm New Zealand to try out, so thanks very much Fujifilm New Zealand for that. And it convinced me to go out and try this camera for myself. I had already been well versed into the Fujifilm system. I had an X-T1 which I picked up secondhand, and I had a few lenses, so I love the Fujifilm system. I love what it gives me. I love the lightness, I love the color rendition, I love everything about the Fujifilm system. So I bought the X-T3 and I thought, wow, more megapixels, better light sensitivity on that sensor, and also the opportunity to take video, make video using that Fujifilm X-T3 sensor. It's won so many awards and accolades for the ability to take fantastic photographs, but also capture video too. And I thought, right, this is for me. But do you know what? I felt guilty. I felt guilty all the time because I wasn't using the camera to its full capability. Sure, it's fantastic, but you know what? I also felt paralyzed because every time I wanted to go out and take photographs, I thought, right, I'll go out, but I've got to take the X-T3 and I'm not sure about it. Don't get me wrong, it's a fantastic camera, but there's a few things that it didn't quite do for me. It was quite heavy, really, compared to the X-T1. Wait a second, X-T1. Okay, X-T1. So here it is with the 35-1.4 lens on it, and it's a fantastic little tiny little camera. I love it. It's so light, I can take it everywhere. The X-T3 is not much bigger, but it's just that much big enough, if you see what I mean, that it just didn't feel quite as portable. So that was one thing. And the other thing was the paralysis that I had of, like, I bought this really expensive new piece of gear and it was stopping me from going out taking photographs. And I actually noticed I started taking fewer photographs than when I was just using my X-T1, or, hang on a second, just one more minute, my original X100. Now this is fantastic. I picked this up secondhand. I love the photos that this takes. I've put on exhibitions with photos that these two cameras have taken, and I wasn't feeling it for the X-T3. So what did I do? Well, it was a big decision, but I actually decided to sell my X-T3, and you know what? I feel free. I suddenly feel released from the guilt. I suddenly feel released from the paralysis that I was experiencing when I was thinking about going to take photos, but then I was like, oh, do I really want to go and take the X-T3 out? And I didn't. I just didn't. So I'm experiencing a new freedom that I didn't have when I had the X-T3, having sold my X-T3, which sounds weird, but I guess the lesson for me was that sometimes you think you need the camera, but you don't. Sometimes what you've got is good enough. Now I can't really talk because I've also bought the GoPro Hero 7 Black, more about that in another video in the next couple of days. But I've also bought the Osmo Pocket, but these are smaller devices and they do the things that I need them to do that the X-T1 and the X100 couldn't do, and that's video. And what I decided was that actually thinking about video and photography in the same device for me was hard. I was either doing one or the other. I couldn't do both. Whereas with the GoPro Hero 7 Black and the Osmo Pocket, I can set them going off doing a time lapse or doing something else like that, and then I can use my X-T1 or my X100. Now I could have done that with the X-T3, but it felt like somehow I was not using its full capabilities, and that made me feel guilty. Crazy, I know. Anyway, that's my story. That's why I sold my X-T3. Have you got an X-T3? How are you finding it? Did you graduate up from an X-T1 or an X-T2 or something else in the Fujifilm X series, and then you thought X-T3 was for you, or did you go straight in at the top with the X-T3? Or did you have an X-H1 or something like that instead, or perhaps one of the X Pro series or the X100 series further up the chain, the T or the F? I'd love to hear from you in the comments if that's something that you've done. What was your experience with the X-T3 like? My name's Saab Johal. This is my channel all about photography, videography, and psychology and travel. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, hit the subscribe button, and hit that bell notification button as well, so that you don't miss out on any of the videos that I put out. Thanks very much, and see ya.